Greetings, everyone. This is the Gardening Snail of Livingston, California, just trying to keep the community informed, sometimes with a little commentary along the way. In this video, we will be briefly going over the agenda packet for the April 2nd, 2024 City Council meeting. City Council special and regular meeting agenda. A special meeting is scheduled for 5:30 to 7 p.m. The regular meeting is scheduled to begin at 7 p.m. According to this agenda, the special meeting will not be live streamed. However, the regular meeting is set to be streamed on YouTube Live. Public comments can be submitted via email at citycouncil@livingstoncity.com. Comments must be received by 2 p.m. on the day of the City Council meeting in order for them to be distributed to the Council prior to consideration of the matter. You will need to provide meeting date, item number, name, email, and comment. Please limit to 300 words or 3 minutes. Please include public comment in the subject for the email. Written comments will not be read aloud at the meeting, but will be reported as received for the record. If you do not receive an acknowledgement of receipt by 4 p.m., please call the City Clerk's office at 209-394-8041, extension 121. Note, this technology is not a guaranteed method. On the agenda for the special meeting set to begin at 5:30 is an educational workshop about the status of current and future water projects. Regular meeting. After the Pledge of Allegiance, moment of silence, roll call, and changes to the agenda is citizen comments. This section of the agenda allows members of the public to address the City Council on any item not on the agenda. Comments are normally limited to 3 minutes. Under Awards, Presentations, and Proclamations, we have a presentation of a proclamation recognizing Dolores Huerta Day. After that is announcements and reports. These are the boards and commissions that Jatinder Mann, Jason Roth, and Maria Soto have been assigned to. And these are the boards and commissions that Gurpal Samra and Jose Moran have been assigned to. Moving on to the consent agenda. Items on the consent calendar are considered routine or non-controversial and will be enacted by one vote unless separate action is requested by a member of the public, the city manager, or city council member. On the consent calendar this time is the city treasurer's investment report and consideration of accepting completion for the I Street Waterline project. Under public hearings, we have a consideration of changes to the municipal code regarding undergrounding utility lines, followed by council direction on future agenda items and adjournment. As I mentioned earlier, the special meeting, which includes the water system update, will not be live streamed. At least that was the plan as of Friday when the agenda was first published. But what we can do right now is quickly go through the slides and pick out a few points here and there. Feel free to pause to read at your leisure for more information. I think what most people will be interested in is answers to questions like, will we have enough water for everybody? And what's going to be done to get rid of the TCP and other contaminants in the water? And how are we going to get that all paid for? A significant point here is that the system as is not able to produce enough water to meet the projected maximum daily demand and peak hour demands based on current proposed developments. The next few slides are going to be about a technical paper from the engineers dated November 17, 2023. Currently, the city's sole source of water is groundwater. Calculations come from water usage data going back for the past 10 years. Development projects which will have a significant impact on water usage include Tierra Santa Villas, the villages at Maine, Arco AM/PM service station, and Moonglow truck stop. To address both supply and TCP issues, the city is proposing 2 additional wells and 2 centralized treatment facilities with storage tanks and booster pumps. Centralized treatment facilities are planned to be built at Arcalian Park and at the new Well 8A site, which is over by Foster Farms. A new well with treatment facility, well number 19, is also planned to be built on the Foster Farm side of town. Once the new TCP improvements are completed, the city would have approximately 25% remaining capacity for any future new developments beyond the presently entitled multifamily and commercial projects. The city would need to add more wells and/or treated surface water to accommodate growth in the future. The city TCP compliance project is currently under review by the State Water Resources Control Board. A funding agreement is expected in the first quarter of 2024, and completion of the projects is expected to be in the fourth quarter of 2026. The TCP project for wells number 16 and well number 14 was completed in 2021. Initial funding came from a loan which is being paid for through water rates. That leaves on the to-be-done list a project number 2 for a centralized treatment project at Arcalian Park, project number 3, which includes a new well, a centralized treatment plant, and a 1.5 million gallon storage tank. A project number 4, which is a new well, and a project number 5, which is another new well with TCP wellhead treatment. The original loan application was submitted in December of 2018, but the application was amended to add in wells numbers 12, 18, and 19. Then more revisions were added to the application in 2023, along with an ask for even more money. The city is expecting a loan agreement which would end up being 75% grant and 25% loan, which would need to be repaid. And the completion date for projects has been pushed out another year into 2027. So far, we've thrown around a lot of well numbers and project numbers, and I would not be surprised if by now your head is spinning, wondering where are these wells that they are talking about. What I've done here is take the engineer's original map and labeled it with the well numbers just a little bit bigger to make them easier to see. I've also added in a few landmarks so you have a better idea of what's where. So let's start with project number 1. The one that's done. That includes well numbers 16 and 14 as shown in the red box. Project number 2 is shown in blue and includes wells number 13, 17, and 12, a treatment facility and water storage. Project 3 is shown in green and includes a new well, 8A, a centralized treatment plant for current wells number 8 and 9, new well 8A, and future well number 18, which is a separate project unto itself. Project number 4 is well number 18 itself and is shown in the purple box. Project 5 is well number 19 with wellhead treatment for TCP and is shown inside the gold box. Here's the site plan for the Arcalian Park project. And here's the site plan for the well number 8 project. There are 3 new wells planned for the Foster Farm side of town. Well number 8A will replace the original well number 8. However, well number 8A has an arsenic problem. There are a couple of possible solutions being considered. Asking the state for more money could end up delaying the city getting any money towards these projects. Water from the new well number 18 would be treated at the well number 8A site. The city still needs to buy the land needed for this project. The city also needs to buy land for the well number 19 project. The last Waterline replacement project was paid for by a community development block grant and completed in 2019. Phase 4 is on hold until the city can come up with a way to pay for it, I guess. If you total up all the projects on this slide, you end up with a grand total of $42 million. Add in that pipeline project, and you're looking at a grand total of $44.5 million. I wonder how many questions there will be. Moving on to the Treasurer's Report. At the end of February 2024, total cash and investments was $42,528,395. Of that, $3,070,816 was in F&M Bank. On to the completion of the I Street Waterline project. A section of pipe needed replacing. The work got done, and the total cost of the project was $34,041. I wish this report would have made clear which fund this money would be coming out of. I'm betting the Water Capital Fund. On to the staff report about undergrounding utility lines. The Council directed this item to comply with updated state laws, as well as the previous code requiring undergrounding of utilities for infill lots, or in the event of rebuilding due to fire or other events outside of the control of the property owner. The revised code requires new developments to underground utilities. There are some exceptions to the undergrounding requirements, which you can read here. The Council could approve this new ordinance as written, not approve this ordinance, direct the city to modify this ordinance and bring it back, or give some kind of other direction. Here's part of the ordinance that you can pause to read. Pause to read. And administrative penalties. Pause to read if you're interested. If you like what I do here, please follow me on Facebook and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And remember, editorial content is my own as a long-term resident of Livingston and does not represent the views and opinions of the City Council or the City of Livingston itself, and does not hold itself out to be any kind of legal advice.